Hello, children. Are you ready for today's story? Put away your toys and any distraction, and make sure your ears are ready to listen. Let's take a deep breath together and get ready to discover something amazing. Moses and the Red Sea. The Great Escape. Long ago, in the land of Egypt, God's people, the Israelites, were slaves. They worked day and night, building cities, carrying heavy loads, and doing hard labor for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The Israelites cried out to God for help, and God heard them. God chose a man named Moses to lead his people to freedom. At first, Moses was scared. "Who am I to speak to Pharaoh?" he asked. But God promised, "I will be with you." So Moses went to Pharaoh and said boldly, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh said, "No," again and again. So God sent him mighty plagues to show Pharaoh that he was the one true God: frogs, flies, hail, darkness, and more. After the 10th plague, Pharaoh finally shouted, "Go, take your people and leave Egypt." The Israelites were free. They packed quickly, grabbed their things, and left Egypt. They sang and danced with joy. Moses led the way, and God went with them, guiding them with a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. But not long after they left, Pharaoh changed his mind. "What have I done?" he said. "Who will do all our work now?" So Pharaoh gathered his army, chariots, horses, and soldiers and chased after the Israelites. The Israelites were walking when they suddenly saw something terrifying behind them. Pharaoh's army coming fast, and in front of them was something just as scary: the Red Sea. There was no way to cross. The people panicked. "Moses, why did you bring us here? We are going to die." But Moses stood strong and said, "Do not be afraid. Stand still and watch what the Lord will do. He will fight for you." Then God said to Moses, "Lift up your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea." So Moses lifted his staff high into the air, and something amazing happened. The wind began to blow, and the sea started to split apart. The water rose up like giant walls, one on the right and one on the left, and in between was a dry path, right through the sea. The Israelites stared in wonder. Then Moses said, "Go." They marched forward, thousands of men, women, and children walking safely through the sea on dry ground. Their feet didn't even get wet. When the last Israelite stepped out, Pharaoh's army rushed in after them. Horses galloped, chariots rode, but God wasn't finished yet. Once the Israelites were safe on the other side, God told Moses, "Stretch out your hand again." Moses lifted his staff, and the waters came crashing down over Pharaoh's army. Chariots and soldiers were swept away. Not one of them survived. The people of Israel were safe. They looked back at the sea and then looked at Moses, and they knew God had saved them. So they danced, sang songs of joy, and praised the Lord. Miriam, Moses' sister, grabbed a tambourine and sang, "Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously." The story teaches us that God hears us when we cry out to him. Even when things seem impossible, God can make a way. We must trust and obey, even when we're afraid. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to share your lessons with your friends. I will see you next time for another fantastic story.